Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and to some more Bazaar. We're going to be jumping into a ranked game this time. We'll be playing as Dooley. You can see we've got a ranked ticket here that we have to spend to get into ranked, which will result in us hopefully winning some chests and gems. So we'll get onto that later, but with no further ado, let's do this. I was pretty thorough last time with my sort of explanation of how to play, so I'm going to try to go a little faster and make it a little more exciting for you guys, but I'll still be talking about the game here. So this time we are playing as Dooley. Last time we had a great success with Vanessa's guns and such, but Dooley works a little differently. His first item is going to be a core. Now these are all unique to Dooley and you cannot sell them, and you can see they have different stats. We have the weaponized core, which gives weapons to the right, plus 5 damage. When you use an item to the left, charge 1 second. So positioning is quite important on these. The companion core, haste your other friends 1 second. And when you use another friend, charge this 1 second. Then the armored core, which is a defensive base core, gives shield to items on the right and charge with items on the left. So we're going to go ahead and start with this armored core. I've got an idea of a build that I want to use if we're able to make it happen. And we are going to take the more shield to synergize with us. I've got some items in mind. Hopefully we'll be able to find them. And to start here, we will take an abandoned chest with an XP and gold. Now, in this battle, we don't have any offense. So let's go ahead and see about hitting the banana ball. There's a couple items we could want. This duct tape, for example. You have a random chance to get an item from somebody. But since neither of us are going to hurt each other, this is going to take a while, so you'll see how fatigue works, as we did not see it last time because our Vanessa build shot so much and hurt so bad. The fights never went on very long. But as you'll see, there's a blue bar that starts to enter the center, and when that reaches it, everyone takes damage, and it ramps up, and whoever dies first loses. You can see our health is much more than this guy's, so we should be in okay shape. Sandstorm's hitting, it ticks up damage every time, and we won the battle that way. So with the pig guy, there are some builds that are basically pure fatigue. You just, oh, we got the duct tape, what a good score. So with the duct tape here, you can see it slows an item for 1 second. When you use an adjacent item, you shield for 5. So that's where this is going to get real important. With our skill here, it has 12 more shield, so use every time an adjacent item is used, shield 17. That's going to be a great way to stay healthy. Now, we are looking for some items here. Although what, I'm not quite sure. We'll go ahead and take the laser pistol just so we can deal a little damage. I'll save my gold for a reroll. And we'll look at one more batch of items. Now, we got what I'm looking for. This force field shields and deals damage equal to your shield. So with this item in mind, you can kind of see what I'm going for here. I'm going to grab this. Not going to put it in the battle yet. And we'll save our money. Don't need any of this stuff. So we'll go ahead and get into our first fight. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I'm going to put this here. It's not going to get a buff from this, but it is going to slow and get the double adjacent item shield buff. So hopefully that's enough to win our first battle. We don't quite have room for this yet, but we will be putting that in shortly. So, is that how I want to do this? Otherwise only one item's giving me the 17. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's see what our first battle is like here. See, this guy's got a friend core. He's got a bit of a scaling build going on. This Walter Cooler permanently gains max health every time you use it, and adjacent friends help charge it. So it looks like, when he started off, he was like, I'm just trying to build up my max health, and that's good for me because A, I don't have to fight him again. It's like if you see someone who's scaling crazy but is weak early, you don't have to worry about how strong they'll be later. Chances are you'll fight someone else who's very strong later, but it's not quite so, oh no, I know I'm gonna have to deal with this guy. So, I'll take the free win. And we'll see where we can go from there. We've got our level up. Get a tool, shield items, loot items. There's not much. Oh, that disappeared. Leftmost shield item gains 2 shield per level. Get a tool. I'm gonna go ahead and take loot items here. I don't have a friend to get 4, but they're often quite a bit more powerful than the other things. For example, reduce your leftmost item's cooldown by 4%. That's great. Also get the regen, which is good early. This 2 regen will give me 2 health a second. As the days go on, it won't be that potent, but it's certainly better than nothing for right now. So let's look at some more items. We don't need any of this. Oh, well, let's take a friend, so for next time we'll have one. And I'm not interested in any of this stuff, so we'll pass on there. Let's get some XP with this mushroom thing. I was tempted to look at the medium and large items, but we'll go ahead and skip that. Can we beat the rogue scrapper is the question. You know, I think the answer is yes. So let's try. Let's see some of these items in action. So as you can see, the force field, it does damage based on your shield. But it does include the 22 shield that it uses, so it's going to do 22 damage when I have no shield. And as these build it up, you see that the damage ramps up quite heavily. When I get hit by the 60, it goes down again. But that is okay. Another thing we're going to be looking out for is crit chance. Now, crit makes things do double of whatever they would do, whether it's damage, shield, or heal. But what's important to note for the force field, when you crit, that shield is going to do double shielding, and then your damage will crit double damage based on your shield. So you basically do quadruple damage based on what your force field's doing, which can be pretty excellent. And we got a junkyard repair bot. That's also a friend, but it's not necessarily something we're interested in. Let's go ahead and get some more XP, and with this one we get gold as well, so that's never a bad thing to do. And we can get even more XP to start ramping up a little bit. Force shield. I mean, it's like, this banana we want to scale up because every time we use an adjacent item, it's going to be shielding. However, XP is too good to pass up. We're not gonna ditch that. Let's look at what weapons we have in here. I'd like to go ahead and throw this in. And we get an upgrade and an Uzi. Now I'll tell you why I like the Uzi. 2-second cooldown allows it to trigger this banana every 2 seconds with 12 ammo. Now most of the time we're not going to be, you know, not lasting that long. 24 seconds, we should be ending our games before then. We'll see if that proves to be the case. In the meantime, we're going to keep things how they are. I think we've got a strong board. We should be okay against this Vanessa. Elmo's World. Good show. I think this is what we want to use. Excuse me. So let's get this. Yeah, I doubt we're going to have a heal item, but we'll hold on to that for a sec anyways.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
So this guy's got a 1 rifle build for the moment. He's also going to heal 600 health when he dies due to the life preserver. But he does not do as much damage as we shield. So we are going to be okay here. Pretty happy with the start. You can see the Uzi, it's ramping up that shield. Another thing I could do is put it on the left side of the core. That would allow this to charge 1 second every time it shoots, so I would get a lot more shield scaling. Although I think ramping this shield up faster for the force field to do more damage is going to be the way to go for the moment. We got items, non-weapon, and weapon skills. Let's go ahead and look at weapon skills right now. There's a couple that are going to be very good. 4% crit chance is not bad. 12 damage on large weapons is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and get the crit chance. So I'm not worried about early. That's what that, 12 flat damage would do. I'm more worried about scaling, and crit really helps us with scaling. So we'll take a free item, a haste item, we get a monitor lizard, that's cool. Now for these battles, I'm gonna consistently go with the highest one, or the toughest one. You see we get that 3 XP and 6 gold instead of 4 and 2 or 5 and 2. You can also fish for an item that you might want, like for example that banana guy I fought and I got the duct tape, which I was very happy about. But sometimes you just want to go for the best stats, which is what we're doing here. Plus we might get a better Uzi, we might get a crit chance item. Hopefully we'll win. See, he slows us down a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. See how we fare when our Uzi runs out of ammo. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty close. His Uzi does a lot, but his is about to be out as well. So no more Uzi. Looks like we'll be okay here. But he was chipping away at our damage. That's the problem. If we're taking fast damage, we don't do damage. At least not yet. We're gonna see if we can mend that. Alright. So 2% crit chance, we have a friend, gain additional 2. Force field getting crit is really what I'm most worried about right now. And nothing else is really that good in terms of scaling, so we'll go ahead and take that. We'll also look at shield skills. Shield items have 3% crit chance, that's probably what I'm going to take. Or plus shield equal to your level. You know, that's good for duct tape once we're hitting, level 12, 13, 14. I'll go ahead and take that. I think that's a good idea. Let's look at some large items as well. How much money can we get here? Plenty, I think. Let's give it a roll. Now we have a combat core here. That is something we want to use. We're gonna have to get rid of our friend. That's okay. Let's use this, reduce the cooldown. Need to sell one more thing. Let's keep him, sell him, and throw in the combat core. So the combat core, when you use any item to the left of this, gain 10 damage for the fight. When you use any item to the right, gain 10 shield for the fight. So basically what we're going to be doing, also put the, yeah. So the Uzi and the combat core. We're going to be scaling the shield of the combat core with the Uzi, banana, the force field, so that shield is going to be going up high, and as it does, it's going to help the force field hit even harder. Meanwhile, our armored core is going to be giving shield to everything on the right. This might be something that we swap out at some point, but we will have to see about that. In the meantime, throwing this in there, I think, is going to make us much more powerful, so let's see how we do against another duel. See, he's got a lot of burn. Shield can be good at preventing burn. You only take half damage from a burn tick when you have shield. You can see my burn is ramping up pretty heavily, though. But this guy's shield goes up quite a bit. I think we're going to be okay here. Plenty of damage, plenty of shielding. We're happy with what just happened. So that showed us in action. This guy's shield ramps up way high, helps this guy do a ton of damage. That's what we're going for. Health, toughness, and shield items. We don't have a ton of money, so we'll go ahead and take the crate again. Friend, core gains 3 shield for each non-weapon you have. That's not much. Core's cooldown is reduced by 5%. So as you see, they're highlighted. This is something to note. The combat core is tagged as a core as well. So that can make these bonuses affect 2 items. We're going to double cooldown reduction of both this core and that core, which we like a lot. Again, we're low on money, so let's just go ahead and get some max health here. Another thing I could do is look for a banana. I want to upgrade this, or duct tape. Duct tape banana, same thing. Let's just get some max health to start, and then we will go for the big guy again, the technovirus. Now this guy might destroy our small items, but I'm gonna be okay with that. Since he doesn't do much damage. Let's see as these explode. Yep. Item destruction is a fun little mechanic that can be put to use. And we got a crypto. At the start of each hour, set this item's value to a number between 0 and 10. So we're going to want to check about every hour what this is worth, and when it's, 8, 9, or 10, I'll probably sell it. Now forgive me when I forget almost every hour to check, but I'll try to do my best. 3, not good enough. We're checking non-weapons. What we would be looking for is the duct tape. I will roll once. We didn't find it. We're not going to take any of this stuff. The only thing I might consider is swapping out this core at some point. But schematics might be something we hold on to. When you upgrade an item, this gains 1 value. When you sell this, give the core crit chance equal to this item's value. So getting crit onto this guy would be great as well. Since when that shield ramps up, you saw it got in the hundreds. We might even get it to 500. 1,000 later. And if you crit with that, double that shield to allow this to, do double damage off of that is pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and take that. And we'll take this too as a potential upgrade candidate. In the meantime, we'll get a slow item, which we awesomely got the duct tape. So this upgrades. You see the shield goes up. It's much more potent due to the Uzi, fast rate of fire. And that's worth 4. Not yet, but as this value goes up, we will gonna sell it once we get to the point where we're ready to add the crit chance to our combat core there. In fact, I can crit both the cores. The only thing is, I might have some better items to swap out for our armored core here. But the time will have to come for that. Let's see what we can do in the meantime. Now this build can get destroyed by burst, and he's got a lot of it. So let's see if we can kind of fare against these big burns and big chunks of damage. Got a big hit there, but you can see our burn is going up quite fast. He has a port to reload his items. That's a lot of burn. We are going to get taken down by that. And that's alright. We can't win them all. We get to upgrade our leftmost item. We're going to upgrade the combat core. You can see it gains 10 shield for the fight when you use items to the right of it. We give it an upgrade, and now it's going to be 25. So that's a significant boost to its scaling there. Small shield item, aid the convoy, or weapons. We're not big on money. Let's go ahead and aid the convoy. We'll see if we can take a combat. Unfortunately, we got uneventful, 1 XP. Not what we're looking for at all. It's unfortunate when that happens, but, what are you going to do? In the meantime, we could check silver skills. It's worth 7. I'll hold on to it for a minute. Just get a haste item. Not a haste item we want to use. That's okay. Let's go ahead and fight the mod squad. Keep getting that XP and gold. You see that Uzi triggers. This guy goes up quite a bit in shield. Already 118. every time everything's used. And these are also lining up pretty good. This fires and then that fires right after each other, so I barely even have time to lose that potential damage from shield. And we got first aid and haste an item for 1 second when you haste heal 5. That might be something we throw in there. In fact, we'll look at crit skills as well. I gotta remember to check my frickin' crypto. But let's see, what do we got? Items have 6% crit chance. Crit per weapon. Let's go ahead and add the 6%. That's pretty strong. And the leftmost shield item gains 14 shield. We might throw that on the duct tape. Or we throw it on the force field. Now, scaling up the force field shield is good because of the reason I said it'll crit that and that. And I don't know if we'll keep the Uzi in the end game for the duct tape bonus. I'll just go ahead and add it to the... Nah, throw it on the duct tape. Not sure if that's the right call, but we're gonna go with it. And crypto's at 2. We'll take another chest. We've got the items we want. We want to look for upgrades. There's 9. Perfect. We get that out of there. We might even want to swap out the core there. If we remove this, we put in First Aiden and Chris Army Knife. And we are going to be hasting something and adding a lot more shield to this, which might be more beneficial than having the core in there, the slow cooldown. So we're going to give that a try against this Vanessa. Hopefully she doesn't have crazy burst again. The poison pufferfish build that's very popular, this build is pretty destructive against it because you are able to, you know, ignore the poison because it doesn't hit shields, so you just do an absolute ton of damage. But the burst of the weapons is too strong. And that's okay, we're gonna work on that.
Everyone here is huge.
Let's look at small and medium items here. Maybe we get some upgrades. Haste an adjacent item 1 second. Could be better than the Chris Army Knife.
I only sell things so I can buy
We'll pick it up, maybe throw it in there.
things.
Ooh, virus. We're also gonna pick up the virus. Now, destroy another small item on each player's board. The thing about upgrading the virus, this cooldown goes down like crazy. So we're gonna grab it. Not sure if we'll use it. I'm gonna throw this in here to haste an adjacent item. And we'll see about hasting the Uzi. Not sure how that'll work out, but we'll see. It's unfortunate we took those losses, but, you know, it happens. Let's check out more small items. Pick up the GPU. I think we would rather have that than the cog. Hasting the core is going to be more significant than a different item. Let's give it a reroll too. Don't want any of that stuff. Now the Lich is incredibly powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and not fight that, because I don't think I can afford to lose an NPC fight. You can see he's worth 11 gold and 5 XP, and that is for a reason. He is destructive, racks up a ton of poison, and he has an absolute ton of health, so I don't think we'll be able to get him in time. This, you can see we're able to haste the core over there, get that back up and running. Our shield's ramping up. If we can fire this off, then we got him. Let's see what kind of item we get for that. We got the cog to haste an adjacent item 2 seconds. Now we might want to throw that in instead. Now we got core cooldown or loot items. We'll go ahead and take a gamble here. Let's get rid of this guy and this guy. We'll sell that guy. And him. And we'll take our loot items, see what we get. XP, good. Regen, good. Leftmost items cool down by 4%, so we got one less cooldown. And got an XP, which is probably worth it. Burn items, I don't know if I'll have any, but I think we do want to reduce. Let's reduce force field cooldown there. And go ahead and move along. Get some shield skills. Large shield items have 36 shield. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that. And we'll look at... We'll hit the docks here. 2 gold and a shield item could be good. Blast doors has plus shield equal to your shield. This can be some crazy scaling, but the 12-second cooldown is pretty insane. But we're against another Vanessa, so let's see what happens there. Got a lot of haste. We're going to haste an adjacent item 2 seconds. That hastes the core. We're not going to throw that in our build, so I'll just sell that now. Let's see if that extra shield and this haste will let us survive a burst, if that's what we're going up against. Looks like we're against the poison pufferfish. So as you can see, he's going to rack up poison on us real fast, but it shouldn't matter. Now it goes up high, but as our shield gets up and crazy, we do a big crit. One more triggering, and he's easily dead. Now we were dead in a few seconds with all that poison, but since he doesn't affect our shield with the poison, then this thing just gets too much damage. So that's the kind of build we want to be facing, for sure. Let's take another shield item. Submarine, Vanessa. Gain shield equal to this damage. That's not something we're going to be using. Let's give it a sell. Haste, slow, and cooldown items. Let's take a look in here. Don't want any of those. Upgrade the GPU for sure. Ooh, and when you sell this, upgrade the core. So we're going to make that guy diamond. I like what we're looking at here. So now we've got 50 shield every time we use an item. That's diamond, highest quality. It's going to be a ton of scaling. We'll be able to add this crit when we're ready. So I'm excited for that. And I want to say we can take the Radiant Corsair here. Let's see if that's true. He does have a special skill that will let him cleanse his burn and poison and heal the full when he dies the first time. But I think we're going to be able to ignore that for the most part. Unfortunately, he's slowing our big guy there, but you can see how much shield we have. We are scaling shield much faster than he's doing damage. Our cooldown is very high on some of those items. A random enemy item has its cooldown increased by 3 seconds. It hit our most important weapon, but fortunately it doesn't matter. 12,000 damage, that's plenty to get the job done. Let's see what kind of item we get from him. Got the lighthouse. When you slow, burn 3. Not what we're looking for, but it is worth some money. We'll take some more loot items here. Sell for gold. Poison. We can put a poison on that. Not sure if we're going to use it, but it's good to throw it on there. Leftmost ammo item gains 1 max ammo. We might use that for something in the future. We've got lots of gold at the moment, so let's look at these shield skills. Shield items have shield equal to your level. Now, I already have that, but I think it will upgrade if we buy it. Usually it shows that it will upgrade, but let's see what happens here. Shield items have shield equal to double your level. It says 9. I think that's a bug. Let's look at gold tier skills as well. We need burn. We don't have burn. Use a tool. Shield items have shield equal to double your level. Grab that again, and now it's triple? Yeah, triple your level. So we're getting 27 shield from that at the moment for all our items. It's pretty sweet. Let's fight another Dooley. Looks like he's got a similar build going, and he has some burn on a critical core. Big freeze, too, on my combat core, which is unfortunate. You can see he does not have as much shielding as we do over here. So I think we've got that in the bag. There's the crit. Takes him out. Big damage. We're at 5 wins. Halfway there. See if we can get 10 for those chests, and then we can open some and see what that's all about. Tool, chocolate bars, or small items. Let's look for some more upgrades. I'm gonna grab these. It's potential items to throw in instead of what we've got. Don't want that stuff. XP shield item, shield per level, core gains 3 shield for each non-weapon. Let's go ahead and get the XP, keep on ramping. Health, toughness, and shield items. Not getting the upgrades we're looking for, but that's okay. Let's hit the Dr. Vortex. If we got this to upgrade, that would be pretty excellent. Tesla coil. We want to sell that. Let's get rid of the burn. We kind of want to keep our friend. Now, I've used the cool LEDs in the past. These can be nice. You slow an item for 1 second, and when you use the core, slow an item for 1 second. So that can be a lot of slow, and that's upgraded. And the battery charges the item to the left of this 1 second to kind of ramp up some quicker damage. Now, I think these double hastes are better than what we're looking at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss the battery. Unfortunately, you can't sell this directly from the collection spot. You have to make room first and then sell it, which, you know, is fine. Now we could look for large items to try to upgrade the force field, but I'm gonna look at all items. Mostly looking for upgrades here. Don't find it. Now we can upgrade our leftmost item. I think we're going to throw it on the GPU, haste the core even more. Unless we want to upgrade the virus. That might be a little more exciting, honestly. Let's upgrade the virus here. So now it triggers every 5 seconds. We're still going to hold off for the time being. And let's check out some junk items. Let's see. Okay, so make some room here.
While you're doing your part to
Sell for regen. Give weapons damage. Reduce all items cooldowns by 3%. We love that. Gain regen. You sell this, your leftmost slow item gains +1 slow. Shield items gain 3 shield. Let's grab that and re-roll. Okay, this is where I consider the cool LEDs. So sell this, your leftmost slow item gains +1 slow. So we give that to the LEDs. We add another slow. Now we're slowing an item for 3 seconds when we use this and when we use the core.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Can give damage to this. So that slow could be our kind of saving grace against those burst type builds. And the Uzi, maybe we ditch the Uzi. Okay, here we go. So we're hasting these items. This is hasting the core. We're ramping up the duct tape when we use these. And if we can upgrade this, that'll be a lot of slow. Let's go ahead and give this a try. We're going to be ramping our shield a little slower due to not having the Uzi, but I think slowing their items may be more important at this stage in the game. So similar build we're going against. He's got triple damage on this guy, but his duct tape is not as strong. So and we are hasting our core while he is not. Oh, but his is triggering faster. Keep those slows going. Uh-oh. We might be getting outscaled here a little bit. Come on, keep the haste going. There we go. Big damage. Uh-oh. Looks like he scaled up his duct tape like crazy. Why is that? That is because... I don't know why that was, huh? Man, his duct tape was crazy. Unfortunate for us. That might mean we end on a bad note there. What can we do?
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more. I hope you live.
No upgrades we're looking for. That's alright. We'll take out the weapons platform. Now, if we threw in the toxic thing and destroyed his duct tape, that could have been a different story, I guess. Laser pistol, level up. Let's go for some more loot items. I need to keep my friend. Ditch the ammo. I don't know if the Uzi's better. Maybe it's better than the COG. I'm gonna go with that. Get our ramping back in order. XP. Sell to upgrade a freeze item, which we don't have. Maybe we'll get something in that regard. Those tools.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine is highly concentrated.
We'll look at small items here. Grab the crypto, 0 and 20. We can gain some gold off of that. We're not finding the upgrades we want. That's okay. Let's go ahead and take a chance on a rare event or merchant. See what kind of diamond tier items we might be able to get. Use the item to the left of this. Charge the item to the right for 2 seconds. Maybe that is what we want. Could be big, could be big. Okay, okay. Let's make some room for that. Try to do something crazy here. We're gonna be charging 2 seconds on this. And we're gonna throw in the virus, which will destroy the Uzi. So maybe we even get rid of the Uzi. No. Maybe we don't use this yet. We don't have much money to roll. But let's check anyways. Ooh, atomic clock is nice. That's... Increase random enemy cooldown by 3 seconds for the fight. I'm gonna sell this now to give my core crit chance. And we'll throw the banana in right there. Let's see how we do. So we're gonna charge this up fast. We'll see if that's enough. Another core build. But this thing is gonna fire every time the Uzi fires, basically. Unfortunately, we're frozen. 5 seconds. Man, that's a lot of freeze. Come on, Uzi. There we go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Core. One more shot. So much freeze, but it's okay. We made it through. See, he's got the slow. He's got a bunch of rays. These are kind of fun. When you use the core or another ray, they all have effects on each other. But he wasn't able to do enough flat damage to take my shield down. Well, let's look at shield skills again. I'm pretty happy with how that went. Use the core, your shield items gain 10 shield for the fight. Or gain a flat 36 on my 2 big ones. Let's go ahead and get the titanium casing. No. Yeah. No. It only has to go off, you know, like... No, we'll get the heavy shielding. 36 on each of these, since this is triggering a lot when it crits. I think that'll be more powerful.
You can't afford it.
Use the core. Charge the item to the left of this. 3 seconds. It's possible we even get rid of the duct tape and battery this guy. Ooh, 19. Good thing I checked there. It's a good sell.
I think that suits you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that in there. So we're charging this, we're charging that. As long as we don't get frozen to oblivion, we should be in pretty good shape. Now, Lord Arkin might destroy our items. Gotta check real quick. Nope, no destruction. We should be able to take him down. 5 XP. This will be a good test to someone who does a lot of damage quickly. Sure is doing a lot of damage. So we're almost there. Keep our shield up. Come on. One more. Oh no. Fire. Fire again. Oh, close one. Good test against burst and consistent damage. We barely made it, but I'm okay with that. Use an item, deal 50 damage. That's cool, but not what we're looking for. We can get 50 gold off of this. This is a legendary item with the orange border. See, it sells for 50. Use all your other items, 15 seconds. We don't have room for this, so we're just gonna take the money. Take the money and run. Get some loot items. Use all item cooldowns. Leftmost items cooldown. I think we want to reduce the batteries cooldown there. We'll add a poison to that even if we're not using it right now. Oh, add an ammo to the battery. Cool, we'll stick with that. And then let's go ahead and look at slow skills. Use your rightmost item slow for 1 second. Ooh, first time you use a large item each fight, throw 3 items for 5 seconds. That's pretty good. We've got the large items to get that off. We'll see if we can upgrade our force field. Not finding it, unfortunately. That's okay. And we'll fight a Pygmalion. Level 15. See what kind of build he's got. My worry is a busy bee, which he has. Now this thing can shoot a lot. See, that damage is ramping up. Yeah, man, that's too much damage. What I should have done is thrown the toxic thing in there to hopefully destroy it, but that's okay. We're down to 0 prestige, which means we get 1 more chance, plus 1 of these bonuses. So let's go ahead and visit a random enchantment location. Enchantment item cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. I think I want to use that on our... Oh man, I don't know. I want to say combat core. So that's immune to freeze, which is nice. We'll go ahead and look at weapons. We're looking to upgrade the force field. We don't get it. That's okay. Plus another level up. Check out the loot items. Cooldown for everything. Poison.
Don't have scales.
Health, toughness, and shield items. Nothing that we're looking for. Okay. Getting kind of unlucky there, it feels like, but that's alright. Let's see if we can get the Void Golem. I'm not convinced that this build was the way to go. Oh no, and they destroyed my only source of damage. Well, we're dead. Pretty unfortunate there. But that's okay. Check out our shield skills. Boost our large shield items. Find any item in the bazaar. So here you can re-roll, and it gives you a pool of items, of all items, basically. So what are we looking for exactly? Not too sure, but... either an upgrade or a diamond of my toxic thing could be good. The reroll keeps getting more expensive, so we're maybe only going to reroll 1 more time. Man, didn't Didn't get what we were looking for. Okay. Against a Vanessa. I don't think I want to throw the virus in for this one.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Might not be the best run, but let's see. We've got one more chance. He's going to be destroying items. He's got potions. But honestly, he doesn't have the damage, I don't think, to take us out. He destroyed our small items. And now our charge is too low. Oh man, our burn is ramping up. It looks like
You fall like
our build did not work out. Well, ranked is a lot tougher than normal games. I'll be straight with that. I've always wanted to try that potion build. Seems pretty cool. Got 6 wins, bronze victory. That gives us 1 chest. Better than nothing. And looks like there's a rank. It started at 5. I think when you get a, 7 victories, you get 1. 10 victories, you get 2. And less than 4 victories, you lose a rank. So, haven't played a ton of ranked yet, so we'll see how that goes as we keep on playing. But in the meantime, we've got 5 chests, so let's go ahead and open those and see what we got. Times 10? Okay, I guess we can't do times 10, because we only have 5 chests, so that's alright. Let's see what we open here. Got our buddy, plus 50 gems. Now we are able to spend 100 gems to play ranked. So when we're out of tickets, we might be looking to do that. So we're just getting kind of fancy enhanced versions of cards. I would like to see either a card back or a mat. There's different kind of cool aesthetic upgrades you can get. Unfortunately, we only got cards this time around, but that's okay. We can go to our collection. See, we have 850 gems. We've got a lot of cool cards to look at. Small cards, big cards. Got our different skins. And yeah, these are like your board upgrades and card backs. Your mat, your stash. Haven't found anything that cool yet, but that's okay. Ranked is tough, as you can see. I think we kind of went a poor route using that charge left and right item. It didn't really do what we needed it to do. So, we'll get back in another game soon, but thanks for watching. I'm not only going to upload 10-win runs, I'm trying to keep it real with my experience in the game, so we'll get another one going soon, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for watching, and hope y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.